All I've ever known was feet staying miles away from ocean's homicidal mouth, swallowing whole black bodies who dared to dip their nigger. Don't go trying to escape in the water or you'll be corpse dusted, baby. Don't go swimming in the water or you will become the water. So my callous ankles stay shackled on shore, sand particles clutching the cracks of my toes, gripping at my ankles. They know I'm never leaving. Have you ever tried running through sand? Ankles grip like an abusive lover who couldn't stand to see you leave. But if you don't break towards freedom, you'll forever be stuck in a body that would never really belong to you so long as you stay stagnant in their grip. All I've ever known was standing stuck stagnant. Reflective gazes in oceans, not recognizing myself. These legs, all battered, beaten, sand flea bitten, this body, all dressed in sundresses, cut knee-high, me, all disguising myself in an identity I hardly identified with. I look like woman would most days, but I know I am no woman most days. All I've ever known was bones shaking at the sight of the fluid. Fear incited on the thought of becoming fluid, of being in a agentic ocean moving between all shores. All I've ever known was not knowing how to float in a body that is flooding on the inside, not knowing how to breathe when water starts leaking uncontrollably out my eyelids at the mere reflection of myself, choking on what feels like the Atlantic rising up in my chest, and I too am afraid of all this fluid inside of me. Do you ever feel genderless some days? Feel the womanlessness of your sway, the manlessness of your soul, like scattered, misplaced water droplets wanting nothing more than to evaporate towards heaven. So when a God and all his Aryan angels look at you with disgust and closes the gates on your kind, at least you will be spat back down as raindrops and embraced by all the other bodies who corrected God's misgendering mouth. Nigger, don't dare get in the water or you'll get bodied. No, baby, mama's sad self scream, my baby girl, they hump for bodies like you. Don't get in the water, those fish hooks are noose. I took a leap in the water and cried, Massa, you can't hold me with your shackles, cried Mama. Let me show you this buoyant body, Mama. You birthed a baby of all water, all fluid, all malleability. Watch me change shapes like water, Mama. Watch my hormone shape shift around men and women. Watch my body embrace this fluidity. Watch my ankles bust through and break free from being shackled in woman's body. Watch my fluid, fleshy self claim the identity you want me to be afraid of. I can swim, Mama. I can swim, Mama. At least in this body, I can now swim.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Under SF Curiosity. I'm Sam.
And I'm Becca. Today on Under SF Curiosity, we have a wonderful show in store, but first we want to thank Sierra Green for that incredible poem. We are so happy she could be here to kick off our show, as it goes perfectly with our theme today.
That's right, Becca. Today we wanted to highlight women and femme of color and their experiences. Women and femme of color face lack of representation in media, business, and more. According to Catalyst.com, women of color make up only 3.8% of board seats on Fortune 500 companies. In addition, women of color lack opportunity to share their perspective and voices in our media today.
True. According to Colorline, 67% of trans murders were women of color, and of that percentage, 68% were Black trans women. This week, we had the opportunity to learn about COCO Coalition, which focuses on women of the African American community and creates safe spaces for them. The COCO Coalition started with Black and Beautiful's Women's Brunch. By the end of last year, the Black and Beautiful's Women's Brunch reached over 200 women, 6 cities, 4 states, and 2 countries. Since then, they have only grown larger. Sam, I know you visited the organization. How was that?
I thought it was wonderful. I had the opportunity to chat with Jasmine Thompson. She's a Bay Area native who hopes on changing the educational landscape in a community. Let's take a look. Thank you so much for having us in this very unique environment.
It's pretty awesome.
A really different interview. Tell me your name and what do you do in this organization?
Awesome. Thank you for having me. My name is Jasmine Thompson. I am one of the co-founders for Cocoa Coalition. I have a couple roles with the organization. Internally, I'm the brand strategist. And then externally, when we do our Black and Beautiful Women brunches, I am a reproductive health advocate, and I get to talk to women about their reproductive health and ways that they can advocate for themselves and heal themselves. So kind of twofold, an internal and external role.
Nice. What is the aim of Cocoa Coalition? Like, what do you want to spread the word to people of San Francisco?
Well, our mission is to create a world where Black women and Black girls can connect, grow, and thrive. I think it's really important in 2018 that people have opportunities to make authentic connections. It's actually harder for adults to make friends. And so we create safe spaces where people can maybe make a new friend or a new business connection or a mentor, or just someone to talk to, someone to go to the movies with. And so the connection part is really important. And then also the growth piece of it is like emotional and spiritual well-being is not discussed in school. And so myself, Mimo Haile, and Tiffany Wright are my co-founders, and we all have some type of clinical background. And the tools that we have, we want to share, right, on how you can actually heal yourself, heal your traumas, heal any wounds that you have. And so that is the growth piece of it. And then if you have those two things, you can thrive.
And it's definitely true that how connection is so important. And it's great how you're looking out for the Black community and the women especially.
Awesome. So in 2015, we started our first brunch in Oakland. After the Sandra Bland incident, we thought it was really important to create a safe space for Black women to talk about what was happening. And so 2015 was our first year as a passion project, just addressing a need in the community. And so because Oakland is home and where this was first birthed in 2015, the response is massive here. And last year, we actually had 2 sittings of 40 women back to back, which indicated to us a huge need in the Black women of the Bay Area being able to have these spaces. So we're gonna hold a half-day conference in September this year. We're really excited about that. And the theme of this year is Black and Healthy. So we're gonna talk about holistic health, reproductive health, mental health. I'm really excited about this topic. I'm really excited to really tackle it head on because health is such a taboo subject in communities of color. And so we're gonna lift it up and we're gonna have some really juicy conversation and hopefully give people tools that they can use in their lives and in their loved ones' lives. Yeah.
So amazing. Do you think it's getting chilly out here?
It's a little cold.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to grab some coffee and talk more about this?
Yes, because it's warm.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
How do you get involved with this organization?
So in every brunch, there is a small business vendor and an artist. And so we like to spotlight Black women artists and Black women business owners. And so in 2015, I was the business owner and I displayed my product there. In 2016, I came on board as one of the co-facilitators, and I got to talk to the women about how to set boundaries, how to maintain boundaries and keep your stress levels low. And then last year, 2017, I joined as a co-organizer. And so I got to be behind the scenes, learning, growing, developing partnerships and relationships, and kind of being on the ground. And so as we launched Cocoa Coalition, I am now one of the co-founders. But I definitely have a unique perspective because my role has changed every year. My perspective and just the opportunity to grow every year with the organization, to grow with Mimo and Tiffany, to deepen my relationship with them. It's been wonderful. Every year I get more and more involved. That's the reason why we decided to go into a nonprofit. And so we take our proceeds from our brunches, and then we support initiatives for Black girls. And so in 2016, we actually did a feminine care drive in South Africa, where we were able to donate 1,500 feminine products to the girls in South Africa. This is huge because in South Africa, when they have their menstrual cycle, a lot of the girls can't go to school because they don't have access to feminine care products there. So we took our proceeds, we bought about 1,500 feminine products, and we're able to give it to girls in South Africa. Every year we identify a social issue, and we take our proceeds and we support an organization. So we create events for Black women, and then we take the proceeds from those events and we help Black girls every year. It's a huge part of our organization, and I want to make sure that I share it.
Well, thank you so much again, Jasmine, for letting me interview you. I've definitely learned so many new things about Cocoa Coalition, and I'm sure the viewers too.
Thank you so much for having me. I had a great time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow, what a wonderful organization. It's amazing to see the work that they do and the benefits it has within their community.
Also, being able to interview Jasmine, which was so amazing, and seeing how much she cares about the organization, both on and off camera, it was evident how passionate she was about her work and the people she helps.
Well, we are so excited to have another lead from Cocoa here with us today. We will chat with them and have another special performance right after this.